Angel, are you ready for your next assignment? If so, meet me in 30 minutes at our secret Angel hangout. Angels, I have terrible news. Our mascot, our sacred, inspirational, always there for us, never let us down. Our mascot has been killed. We have to work together. We have to solve this crime. This is the most dastardly crime that's ever happened to me and to my angels. Can we do it?
Definitely.
An angel hug.
It looks like he was killed by a blunt force to the back of the head.
At least it looks like he put up a good fight.
Oh, this is all so sad.
We must find evidence.
And who the murderer is.
No evidence.
How you get up there? What are we doing? Who has a problem getting places? I don't know other people, but I don't understand how you got up there. I just don't like it. It's not fair.
We'll use the chair. Right there.
Oh, the chair.
Yeah, the chair. No DNA from here.
Not from up here either.
You see anybody who might have been guilty? Do you see anything?
No, I don't see anything. Do you see anything?
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 I don't see anything. Do you see anything? No, I don't see anything. Do you see anything?
No, I don't see anything. Do you see anything?
Oh, he's tying his shoe! He's suspicious! Let's go get him!
Easy, no.
Okay, good.
Ow.
So glad we got this here safely.
Not if I can stop you.
Come get it. Haha. Ping pong ball.
Get that. Mom's gonna kill me.
She is so weird.
Well, you know how she is.
Unfortunately, you cannot see what is going on right here. Our wonderful videoman decided that it would be more important to not include this in the scene. So, she is cleaning the doorknob because she's a germaphobe. That means she has a fear of germs. Don't worry though, he will not be filming the next installment of CSI Clarksville. Once in the lab, it is all business. She has to carefully extract the DNA from the nucleus found in the white blood cells found in the skin evidence sample. Mouthful, isn't it?
It's so small. I don't know what they think I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to need my special tools.
We use the sample under the talon and the sample taken from Mr. Smacksome Poultry, or whatever his name is, to compare the DNA sequences to see if he is the owner of that tiny piece of flesh found under our beloved eagle's talon. To extract DNA, we treat the sample with detergents to break open the cell membrane, spilling the contents. Enzymes are now used to break down all the protein, RNA, sugars, and fats in the solution. Ethanol is often used in the final stages of DNA extraction, as under the right conditions, as DNA will dissolve into it, but other components of the cell will not allow the separation of DNA to be used for analysis. Once we have the DNA, we can either RFLP test it or PCR test it. RFLP testing is where we cut the DNA with restriction enzymes. The enzymes recognize particular short sequences like AATT. This information is then assorted by a device called a GEL. PCR testing, or polymerase chain reaction, uses constant regions of DNA sequences to prime copying of variable regions of DNA sequences. It is an easy way to extract DNA with a small sample. We identify 13 regions within the DNA to compare to. With such a small sample, we choose to use PCR testing. We follow these steps. Denaturation, which is the heating of the DNA fragments at a high temperature, which reduces the DNA double helix. 3. Extension. The DNA polymerase synthesizes a complementary strand. Extension. The DNA polymerase synthesizes a complementary strand. The enzyme reads the opposing strand sequence and extends the primers by adding nucleotides in the order in which they can pair. Lather, rinse, and repeat. Then we blot test it. Blotting is where a usually nitrocellulose or nylon sheet that contains spots of immobilized macromolecules, as of DNA, RNA, or protein, or of their fragments, is used to identify specific components of the spots by applying a molecular probe, as a complementary nucleic acid or radio-labeled antibody. We then compare the blots of Audubon birdwhacker, the sample found under the eagle's talon, and sample DNA from the eagle to one another to see if there are any matches, ultimately deciding upon Audubon's innocence or guilt.
Walk like a blunt stick, Southern Cali, looking green like Mitch. Gift rap vocals dispatch with every attempt to have this thing shook up. When Dre cook up, every thug look up. Chronic got me on chill, eyes bloodshot, heavy fill. Lay a nigga out like Will, clear the kill. I rock for rollers, the no riders, the penny toasters. Cut off dead weight, keep my formulas kosher. Accept no invitation, straight losing the stack. The slimmest chances of Michael Jackson getting his black fans back. My reputation's like a Tech 9, knock out the best in the circle. 3 minutes wreck time. See the hand is faster than the eye can chase it. Dre, be real. Soul assassins got potential buttons activated. No illusion to have you caught up in the rapture. Executive decision from the motherfucking operation.
You know it's time to analyze the operation. Operation.
As you can see from how these blots match up, the DNA from under the talon is not the eagle's, meaning he had struggled before the murder and managed to take a vital clue with him to the grave. You can also see that the DNA from under the talon does not totally match with that of Audubon Birdwhacker. This proves that Audubon is innocent and indicates strongly that a close relative to Audubon is the murderer.
Our DNA show that Audubon Birdwhacker is not the murderer, but the DNA blood test showed that more than likely his family is the bad guy. So what we need is a warrant so that we can take the DNA from his family and then we can test the DNA of his family and find out who killed the eagle. Yeah!
The monster acquired DNA samples from the kinfolk of Audubon Birdman. I do not know what else it says.
No. No.
The results are in again, and no. No. The results are in again, and the blot test shows that Mama Birdwhacker is innocent, Father Birdwhacker is innocent, Audubon is innocent, and that Peterson Birdwhacker is the murderer. Every single blot lines up between him and the eagle executioner. It looks like we have found our culprit. Peterson Birdwhacker was arrested and charged with foul play and murder. He is now locked away for good. Thank you for tuning in to CSI Clarksville Vegas.